morning. Happy Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. And it is 8 o'clock a.m., 65 degrees. And it's been raining off and on. I did get a lightning notification on my phone last night, but I never heard any thunder. So either my hearing is really going or it didn't thunder. I don't know. Anyway, I don't really have a lot to say today. I watched him, and I know that Blind Views put up a video and Square Bait Parodies put up a video. Squirrel Bait Parodies put up a video. Of course, Darling put one up the other day. Dinger put up a video. That's all I saw on my feed. And so I know y'all probably getting burnt out on him. The only thing I'm going to say is I'm going to mention he's in that morning chat. He's fixing his hair. And I know I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. It's either he don't know what he's talking about, or he's flat out lying to his audience about the link situation. YouTube defaults to no links in comments. But you have, being the creator, the authority to go in and click it off to where somebody can leave a link. Now, I keep mine turned off. And I don't know why Tim just can't say, I keep it turned off. But maybe he don't know he can turn it on. Anyway, for the creator, I feel it's best to keep it turned off because anybody could leave any kind of link. And YouTube, and this is why they keep it turned off, YouTube holds the creator accountable for any link that would be left in the comments. And say somebody left PORN, or somebody left a link to an illegal pharmacy. Those would be grounds to get your channel taken down. So that's why you leave, there's always trolls out there. So that's why you leave that turned off. Or whatever, turn on, ever how you want to say it, to where you cannot leave links. Now, I have said before, if you want to send me a link that you think somebody would find interesting, email it to me. My email's always in the description box. And I will, if I think it's something that is useful, I will put it in my description box. Or I'll do a community post and say, here's a link that we mentioned or that someone thought you might be interested in, and I'll put it there. So where everybody is covered. So that's all I'm going to say about that. I'm going to assume that Tim doesn't know. Because we know he doesn't do any research. Blind View's video was excellent yesterday. He said a lot of things that I agree with, and I just don't say. And, a lot of it is because I do have a prison job. So I try to be respectful of that and not say things that I might say if I wasn't going to a job every day. And I think a lot of you know that. I want to present myself, as best I can, even though I am doing complaining about someone, talking about someone. But I try, as I've always told you, I try to be a little bit respectful, even though they may not deserve my respect. It's more for respecting myself, I guess. But you can bet, if Tim's still around when I ever actually do retire, if I do retire, then it's untelling what I might say. No, I try to be nice most of the time. Okay, we're cutting that air off because it's blowing in my face, making my nose run. All right, what else do I have to say? Okay, we're going to move on to makeup. So if you don't want to hear this, that's okay. Okay, I'm still wearing on, when I did the live Sunday, I showed you the Dalton foundation, the Balm foundation. Here's the box. And I said to be careful when you're on TikTok or any of those apps, Amazon, make sure you're getting Dalton. And, you know, if you want to buy the dupe, go ahead. But don't pay $45 for the dupe. You know, make sure you're getting one that says Dalton if you're going to pay that much. Now, I don't have a dupe. I don't know if any of the ones out there that are less expensive can compare to this, but I am going to talk about I've worn it now 3 days, so my initial thoughts on this. Okay, this is the Dalton Peptide Bounce Balm Foundation. So this is supposed to be foundation, good for your skin. And the first thing I will say is if you have extremely oily skin, you will need to use a matte primer, and you will probably need to set it with powder. Now, and even then, I'm not sure it's going to last all day on you. Now, when you first put it on, now I used a primer today. I used a matte primer. I used the YSL, and I know it's expensive, but it was my mom's, and I'm trying to use it up. Would I pay it for it again? I don't know. It's pretty nice. You know, years ago, I felt it was too oily for me. Well, now, and it may be that in July and August I can't use it, but for now, I can. But even though it doesn't dry down matte, it's still got a little stick in it, so little sticky stuff in it, that it helps the foundation adhere to the skin more. All right, this is what it looks like. And this is a balm, y'all. I mean, somebody said that they thought it was cream to powder. Like, the one cream to powder I know is the Mary Kay. I don't see this really going to powder. I mean, maybe slightly, but nothing like the Mary Kay cream to powder. All I will say is that it does blur the skin, as you can tell, and it is nice. Now, yesterday I didn't wear anything over it other than my YSL bronzer, so it didn't last all day. I mean, it was gone by about 1 o'clock. I mean, I could see the veins coming through right in here. Now, I do have a little place right here that is peeling. I think it's from Retin-A. And, I mean, it's not skin. I did not get skin sunburn or anything like that. This is from Retin-A. Anyway. So, if you have oiliness or it's hot, it's going to go away. Your skin is just going to drink it right up. So, you'll need to take it with you if you want that coverage to remain. You do get a brush with it. I didn't bring the brush. I actually prefer my Stands Out sponge. I didn't bring one, but I'll insert a clip up here to show you what that looks like. The Stands Out sponge, you wet at night, and then in the morning it's ready to go. It's dry. You should not ever use the Stands Out sponge wet. I wouldn't even use it damp. It is my favorite sponge. I used to say the Beauty Blender was, and this one is about the same price as the Beauty Blender, but a lot of people don't understand how to use the Stands Out sponge. Never use it wet or damp. It's always dry. That's why I say you wash it at night, and by the morning it's ready. Now, it dries pretty quick, but still, you know by the morning it's ready. So I love that foundation for now. I've not seen anything breaking out from it. Do I like it as good as my Dior? No. I still like the Dior stick better. But the Dior stick, the reason I like it better for now is it lasts all day. And I don't well, I set it, you know, right at my nose and stuff, but I don't have to set it entirely, whereas this I have to set entirely. So that's the way that is. Is this worth $45? With the brush, yes. If you're just buying the makeup, I don't know that it's worth it. I don't think it's going to last very long. If you use this every day, I think you would go through it in a month. I don't know how many. Okay, there's only 0.5 ounces in this. That means it's normally in foundation you get an ounce. So this is not, it's not going to last you but 30 days if you used it every day. So that tells me that this is what I call a luxury foundation, because if you're going to have to buy it every 30 days, you're looking at $80, $90 if you buy with the brush. Do I think it's worth that? No, I don't. Nope, I don't, because you can buy the Dior stick, which is also a cream foundation, and I'm barely halfway through that thing, and I've used it almost every day. I mean, there might be 10 days I haven't used it since November, and it's still going. So that's all I got to say about that. And it's $52, I think, $54. Anyway, it lasts a lot longer than that ever will. You'll get more bang for your buck. So I got to go to work. Talk to y'all later. Love you. Bye.
Jump into the car on a Friday night. I wanna drive with you.